Apparently, we haven't learned anything from September 11th. We've learned some things. We have tighter security at our airports. We have the TSA sometimes overstepping their bounds with technology. However, it's quite sad to see what happened yesterday evening. I thought that most of these flights have either armed security on these flights or a sky marshal. Isn't that what the recommendations were? So, yesterday evening, an airplane took off from Omaha and was supposed to land in Detroit. But one crazy passenger decided to fight with the flight attendants, yell and scream at the other passengers, and tried to open up the door. That's right, the passenger door. So the flight attendants and the passengers were forced to take action. And it was called into the cockpit that there was a disturbance. And they had to do an emergency landing in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. It wasn't even 30 minutes into the flight. And this guy got arrested. So there's video where he's getting arrested, he's put in handcuffs, and he's taken out. So then it took some time for the plane to get back up in the air and go to his destination in Detroit. So, in my opinion, I think sky marshals and or armed security in plain clothes should be on every flight. Because let me read this statement, a partial statement from the airline. They said that the passenger safety is their number one priority. Really? I don't really buy that, because if they really cared about the passenger safety, they would have had someone on that plane that was trained to deal with these situations. These incidents have been happening more and more lately. It's getting sickening. So people are putting their guard down, and voila, look at what we have. Make sky marshals mandatory for every flight. You can screen for weapons at the airport. You can screen for this, screen for that. However, you cannot predict the general public's behavior when they enter that airplane or a train station for that matter. So it's to be better safe than sorry. Have someone on that plane that knows what they're fucking doing. And if there is an incident, they could be put in handcuffs and shackles and wait for the authorities when they land the plane. Not that hard, but for some of these people, they don't think of the obvious solution. They got to do a study. Huh.